Yo, it's the Land Bass Assassin. What's up? What's happening? We are live on Lake Guntersville. This is the Rodcast, the home of the BBL, and blah, 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 all these other things. We are going to get out here and try and catch us a couple of BBLs, maybe some tags, a tag. Let's start off with that. See if we can do that and go from there. Currently, our volume is at mid-level, mainly because there's somebody off to our left. So we don't want to just come in hot, yelling all kinds of chaos, bros. We want to be at least courteous to other people out on the lake. This is our first stop of a bazillion stops, I would say. We are throwing a crankbait, which is a little bit odd for us, but this is our first stop. Yo, bromance, Moon, what's up? We're gonna start off with a crankbait, see what's up. We're gonna get a deeper diving crankbait in a second. This is day 30 plus, 20 and change of consecutive fishing. I know there's fish here. But anyways, we currently have they're out here splashing and stuff. It's almost like they're telling me where I should throw, you know? It's kind of like when a singer is singing and then, or someone is on the stage and then they're all like, all right, who wants to come into the boat? And the fish are all like, me, me, me. They're splashing, you know. If fish had underwear, I would believe they would be throwing them at me right now and be like, Latin bass assassin, oh, and they'd be throwing them at me and I'd be like, ew, what's wrong with these fish? This fish is tripping. And I'd be like, yo, security guards, please remove those underwearless fish from the premises, as I do not want to be pelted with biohazards. Why would they throw me stuff like that? That's disgusting. The white chatter on the first cast. What up, Thrav? The Thravinator. That's what I'm saying, bro, man. They're just, oh my God. The Latin bass assassin casted right at me. No, he didn't. That was at me. No, it wasn't. Both of you guys were in the way. It was for me. But apparently it was for nobody, because still, no one has bit. Let me get my deeper diving crankbait and throw it off to the deeper side of where I'm at. It's like 14 feet out there, guys. Let's see what happens. He was singing to me. So what up, homies? Hopefully everybody's having a good Sunday morning. Thrav talking about it being bad luck if you catch a fish on the first cast. That right there is a urban legend, I think. I don't know if that's a true statement. I've had times that they haven't bit even on my millionth cast. So maybe not catching one on the first cast was bad luck. Yo, what up, Creel? Creel, we didn't hear any of your roosters crowing, so we didn't wake up. You gotta get your roosters like a megaphone, dog, so they could be all like, crow. I assume that's how your roosters crow, bro. Crow, dog. Or maybe they're just out there, crow. I don't know what your roosters sound like, bro. I'm not from the South, so I don't know what southern roosters. Maybe they got like that southern drawl and they're like, crow. I don't know. Creel, I don't think you heard them. I think they hear you. I think that's an unnatural situation there, and I think that they are trying to sleep, and then you go out there and you're like, wake up, dummies. Wake up, dummies. And then they all like, oh my God, it's Creel. Is it that time already? What do you want, Creel? We're trying to sleep here. You're like, I don't care, dummies. It's time to eat. And then you wake them up. Man, I really had high hopes for this crankbait situation right here, but anyways. Okay. Cuba James, what's up? James got that kind of energy that I like. He's coming in. Good morning, Sassin. That's that type of fish energy that we need. So we're just trying to pick one off real quick, guys, and keep the streak alive. Because though I have all my clothes on, guys, you must remember that I'm always streaking, homies. If you see me out here, I'm streaking, dogs. It may not be streaking in the traditional sense, but it is streaking for sure. Now, I don't want to get everybody excited, but I am streaking. Oh, I just realized I don't got a belt. Uh-oh. All right, guys, so I don't have a belt. The moderator, since the belt got wet yesterday, the moderator had it hanging up somewhere. She told me about it, but like a good goldfish. I that was holy good. There goes my craw. But like a good goldfish, I forgot about it. He's not that big. He's probably a little John. I mean, a little Juan, a wannabe little John. But this will continue our streak of consecutive days of fishing, non-zero in the house. So, what do you call it? She told me about the belt. So we're gonna have to see if we, if you guys get a little plumber's crack situation going on, and I guess in this situation it would be fisherman's crack. But there we go, guys. Thank the good Lord that we have a fish in the boat. So our non-zero streak continues. No tag. Not big, so we will continue without weighing them. Maybe I'm finally close enough to that spot that I thought I was. While we look for a new craw. I saw my craw go flying. All right, let's throw a crankbait real quick. That craw went flying. 2 a.m. hunting? What's going on here? Was out till 2 a.m. Oh, okay, all right. Did you find it though? How evasive was that species? Did it do all its evasive maneuvers, implement everything so that you couldn't find it? Now the pressure's off, guys. We can just enjoy the day. I forgot to do the frickin', I have a video, guys, for the 3K that I did after, well, essentially sort of during the storm. Oh, frick. Essentially during the storm, but the audio didn't come out too great because my phone was wet, so it was all muffled. Yo, what's happening, Joe? Killed my own stream. Morning, Joe. Oh, Mr. Rogers is just chilling out here. See a fox munching a squirrel. That's grass. Is Moon a Disney princess? I'm not sure if Disney princesses had tattoos on them. None of the Disney stories that I know of were all like, yo, this is maybe he's a fishing Disney princess. Because he's rocking that whopper plopper. Maybe. Okay. Personally caught 79 lightning bolts. Dang, bro. Did you become Thor out there? Well, your bilge pump passed the test, is what we can say confidently. Because you're back off the water. Safely on land. Bilge pump test successful. The aerial one has a flipper. Bro, don't even get me started on that. Don't even get me started this early on the morning about my thoughts on The Little Mermaid. It's too early. It's too early for a rant. We're going back to that blue-black craw. I think we're basically going to throw this blue-black craw until I run out of blue-black craws. And then I will be officially out of blue-black craws. And be all like, yeah, Rob, I ain't got no blue-black anything, dog. Oh, you haven't heard anything yet, Rob? Wait till I get to singing. And then you're going to see windows on the cars crack. Then drivers drive erratically after that. They're like, oh, God, what was that? Boom. Then chaos ensues as always. All right, James, so maybe you're not Thor. Maybe you're Raiden or something. Because you're harnessing the power of lightning. Finish him. We are enjoying the peace and stability of calm water. Then when the pleasure boaters come out, we will then engage our salsa hips to sway with the boat. Stay in rhythm. We got to stay in rhythm with these waves, and it'll be sensual fishing, guys. And be like, dang, bro, this guy's got the moves. He should go on Dancing with the Stars. The only reason, guys, really that I haven't gone on Dancing with the Stars is because I'm not a star yet. So in order to go on Dancing with the Stars, you got to be a star. So, seeing as how I am not a star, then I can't go dancing. It's a very exclusive club. So as soon as I become a star, I'm putting that hardware on the mantle. Bromance is correct. I better ease up on all that hip movement because then the pantaloons might fall. And then after that, guys, it might be muscle memory. I'll have to unretire my rafters. Be just, I mean, inadvertently, it's just gonna happen. Next thing you know, you guys are gonna be like, what? And all of a sudden, the digital funds are gonna be through the roof. It's gonna be like bam, 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 bam. I'll be like, all right, this just got weird. And I do believe that the Little Mermaid is part of the MERPs. So, you know, I am forbidden to speak to the MERPs. The moderator does not want me talking to any MERPs. So anyways, not that I'm looking to talk to MERPs. I'm just saying I am not allowed to talk to MERPs. Bromance is trying to get me to cause a traffic accident with my nightingale voice. I got what's it's in blah blah blahs and gadgets and gizmos. This is actually my morning voice. I haven't got a drink of water yet, so my voice hasn't woken up. MERPS is spelled M-E-R-P-S. MERPS. But we gotta quit. We'll summon them, bro. And then if they come up here with their seashells and stuff, I'm gonna have to be like, look, MERPs, I cannot look at you until you put a shirt on. And I would offer to, as a gentleman, to take my shirt off and throw it on them and say, here, please place this shirt on. But then the moderator is gonna get mad at me. Oh, we're already in trouble, guys. We are already in trouble. How freaking long did that one take? Then the moderator's gonna be like, oh, you took your shirt off so that the MERPs could see you. And I'll be like, I was trying to cover them so that I wouldn't see them. She's like, oh, okay. Don't you have rain gear in the boat that you could give to them? I'd be like, yeah, but rain gear costs more. If they take my shirt, well, I don't know. With this particular shirt, it might be even. But you know what I'm saying, guys? The trouble begins. Countdown to being in trouble in 3, 2, 1, MERPs. But yeah, bros. I would give them my shirt, and as a gentleman, of course, I would get in trouble and I would face the consequences. Then I'd probably get in trouble for giving them my shirt. Be like, why'd you give them your shirt? You trying to impress them with just giving them memorabilia? And I'd be like, nah. I already told you the rationale behind that. Hopefully, the moderator's asleep right now, which I think she probably is. So we can say things without getting in trouble, unless. Oh. Dramatic. Yo, Corn Diff, what's happening, player? But these guys, about 2 days ago, they were speculating that I was in drama class. I was like, bros, they said I wasn't a wrestler. They said he must have been in drama class. And I was like, guys, come on. Don't be crazy. Drama class. So most of this I could do at 0.5 speed. In fact, that's how I like to fish. That's a little tidbit right there, Corn Diff. I like to fish at 0.25 speed. That's my favorite way to fish. So that the fish can sense the drama. They're like, bro, that worm, that crawdad, whatever it is moving at 0.25 speed. Can you hear the dramatic music? The drums building up? Oh, dear God, he's about to get bit. Flock around and find out. All right, we've hit the bottom. I think the lack of a second bite was because I said I only needed one bite out of here and then we were leaving. But then I got a little greedy. I was like, well, if there's one, there's probably two. And if there's two, there's probably three. You talking about that video where there was a lizard and it's in the desert and he's trying to get away from a billion snakes that are coming out of everywhere, and then he jumps up and some of the snakes even knock each other out of the way like idiots? Is that the one you're talking about, dog? Because if you are, oh, I've seen that video. Bro, that lizard, that is the luckiest lizard on the planet. And then he probably got ate by a freaking eagle like three steps over that mountain. He's like, oh yeah, I made it. Did you see how awesome? Caw-caw! And psh, the eagle just takes him. It's probably what happened, bro. Nature is cruel. Everybody thinks, oh, look how beautiful nature is. But when you're seeing green trees, I'm seeing bugs getting devoured by other bugs, just ants tearing things apart. I'm just hearing, there is probably like limitless amounts of screams happening in nature at all times. But we can't hear them, right? Because the bugs are all tiny and stuff. And the ants are tearing people apart. The ants are at war all the time. They're like, ah! But we can't hear them. If we put our ear to the ground, we probably hear. But I mean, my hearing's not that great, so I wouldn't hear any of that. Ants are battling, freaking praying mantises are out there snatching people out of the sky, and I mean bugs, and then tearing them apart. Everything gets eaten alive here, guys. You don't think it's, what do you think it's doing when it's getting eaten alive? I hope none of us experience this, but what do you think it's doing? You think it's just sitting there and be like, oh, you've bested me. Today is my final day. I have finally been bested by the praying mantis. What a great predator to fall victim to. Nah, bros, you ain't doing that, or at least I wouldn't. If I was that bug, I'd be like, no mames, wey, that's my leg, wey, wey, I'm gonna need my leg. Hey, cálmate, wey, no, stop, I'm still alive. That's what I would be doing, guys. I wouldn't be like, it's my time. No way, bros. I'd actually be trying to punch the praying mantis in the face. I'd be like, bro, okay, you could have that foot. I can live without that foot, but if you get, that's my abdomen. Oh no! And then now we're throwing down. We're trying to punch the praying mantis in the face. But as I'm punching him in the face, he's trying to nibble off my hand. And I'm like, bro, what the, this guy don't stop. And so I have to, but while I'm punching him in the face, I'm trying to wiggle out of his claws because I'm distracting his main muncher. You know what I'm saying? So he can't munch me if he's distracted. So if I punch him in the muncher, then he's all like, let me try and eat this real quick. He's not eating the rest of me. So now I just have to figure out how to wiggle out of his I don't know what they're called. Are they called, I mean, they're not pinchers. His arms, his bent backwards arms. But either way, it's chaos out there, guys. What you believe is beautiful, peaceful nature is wars, battles for survival 24/7, day and night. In fact, we should be happy that we can't hear all these screams because as we sleep at night, all we would hear would be, no, not me. Moderator, are you saying that I said abdomen? The abdomen? Now you got me saying it. Their abdomen. How about that? Again, I told you, this is my morning voice. I haven't had water, so my mouth is also not lubricated. Yo, Dennis, I've only caught one so far, so the pressure is off, but good morning to you, dog. Well, Corn Diff, I'm not saying that it's always bad out there, but I'm gonna tell you, it's always bad out there for somebody. But, I mean, that ant quartet, bro, I think you said it was a quartet. Yeah, bro. Like, they're entertaining the queen. They're down there and they're like, hello, my baby, hello, my baby, hello, my blah, blah, duh. Whatever it is, bro. Whatever song they're singing, I don't know what they're singing. But the queen must be entertained. So because of that, you need an ant quartet. Because, I mean, what's she doing, bro? She's just hanging out there eating and birthing. She's like, oh my God, this is so boring. Minions, get me the finest singers. And they're just down there making ant songs. I don't know what an ant sings about. But yeah, dog. So that type of stuff. There's good times for bugs. I mean, one example, mating season. Good times for bugs, good times for basically all of nature. But sometimes mating season isn't good for some of these bugs, i.e. the aforementioned praying mantis. If you are a male praying mantis, you do not want to be a part of that. In fact, I'm gonna go out on a limb here, guys. And if I was a male praying mantis, I would practice abstinence. Because as I'm growing up, I'd be watching, I'd be like, whoa, what happened to this dude? Where'd he go? They'd be like, oh yeah, so let me explain and I don't think they say the birds and the bees. I don't know what they would say. Let me explain the molecules and the atoms. I don't know. I don't know what it is that's smaller or relatable to bugs. Because, I mean, maybe they do say, let me explain the birds and the bees to you. Then the praying mantis, the young praying mantis dude is all like, bro, this is a weird conversation. I don't want any part of it, bro. Praying mantis? Like, talking about birds and bees. Are we eating them? Or I thought I already understood survival. They're like, no. This is the birds and the bees. It's different. They're like, well, I don't want any part of it. So I would definitely abstain from anything that had a chance of getting me murdered. So I'd be like, not worth it. My lineage dies with me. I'm out. I'm just gonna go live the bachelor life, which is probably smart. Live the bachelor life and just be out here avoiding the birds and potentially the bees if they're trying to kill me. I don't know. But I would definitely be avoiding the birds. I'm saying, our ears are not developed for that, bro. Is there anything else in nature that I want to ruin for you, bromance? I don't know. I mean, here's fishing. Let's try not to ruin that. There is a fish on this line right here. Looks like an okay fish. Looks like a little John. See, if this was a crawdad, bro. So let's think about this, guys. These fish swallow their prey whole. So if we're thinking about this, do you think that the crawdad, like the fish are swimming around and you should be able to potentially hear a muffled scream from within their gut? It should be all like, oh, no, it burns. I don't know what crawdads say. Let me land this real quick, guys. Remember to enter that 3K video, which doesn't exist right now, but eventually it will. Probably with this fish. Dang, bros. I need to relax on my hook sets. Because that's killer, dog. All right. This guy is probably the thinnest, grossest fish. Should we make this guy famous? He's kind of gross. I mean, look at this side, bro. I'm not trying to ruin nature for you, bromance, but look at that. That was not my hook set right there. My hook set happened down below. What's going on here? I'm looking right at you guys through this guy's mouth. Oh, that's weird. Let's let this guy go before I get whatever this vato has. Ew. It's on my hands, boys. All right. Let me wash my hands off, guys, because I'm not looking to become hideous. So, bromance, I do hope that you go back to the Disney fairy tale of what nature is like. So they are a quartet. Bro, I believe you that they practice, because if they are going to go sing for the queen, you better practice or else you're going to end up being a meal, is all I'm saying. Because if she does not like the way you sound, she'll be like, get these fools out of my face. I don't want to see them again, if you catch my drift. And then the soldier ants are like, yes, Your Majesty. Boom. Never heard from again. You're right. Crumbs. Now, here's a question. Are they crummy singers? Look what I did there, guys. Are they crummy singers? Oh, so ridiculous. Thrav said that fish was probably screaming. He might have been, bro. He might have been cruising here, be like, what's going on? Help! Help me! I'm being abducted. And they're gonna be all like, bro, act like you've been here before. Are the sick ones extra slimy? I don't think that was the first time that fish got caught. But it was weird. I don't know if you guys were able to see through that hole. But again, that fish didn't have a tag. That fish, I don't know what it was doing. It just didn't look like it was living its best life. I don't know of a trick like that. I mean, I know of an eyelid trick like that, but I don't know about this, turning your face inside out. Though that fish bit kind of close to the boat. I should get some water, guys. I've had zero water, and eventually the sun will show itself. I mean, I know it's behind me. I know for a fact. When I turn around, it's gonna hide behind a cloud, and then I'll turn back, then the sun will pop out and be like, ha 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 ha, I'm sunburning you, dog. And I could feel the heat like it's breathing on my neck. And I'm like, this is weird. I feel like something's breathing down my neck. And I don't like it. It's an advanced trick. Well, I hope I never get to that level of advancement in trickery, bro. Okay, we got some more bass boat movement. We will probably, we don't want to catch all the fish here. Now that we know that potentially they might be screaming. So yeah, I've ruined fishing for myself now until the next bite. And then I'll be like, oh yeah, now I remember. But seriously, guys, seriously, not so seriously, do we think that bass are swimming around and you could hear little screams inside of their stomachs from, well, I assume some of these creatures can make noises. I don't know for a fact. But do we assume that they can be heard? So here's also another question while you guys are pondering that. When a bass eats, like when they're feeding up on like a school of shad, and like it eats one shad, and then it eats another, and then there's like 10 shad in there, right? Do you think these shad like know each other? And they're like, no, not you too, Timmy. No, you can take me, but why, Timmy? You think there's a situation like that? Or, you know, like if these shads don't like each other, I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna die right next to I don't know, Bartholomew. And then they're really mad because they'd be like, look, it's one thing that I'm gonna die. But now I gotta die next to Bart. I really hate this. A billion ways to die, and I had to die with Bart. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, dog. That was a terrible hook set. Definitely a terrible hook set. But I know which direction that came from. So now we got a line to go. Sir Robert, if you guys are getting bites over there, excellent. If you're not, please kindly come over to this hump and assist me in introducing these fish to, I don't know, each one of you guys. I assume that's their name, bro. I assume Bartholomew is, I mean, why couldn't they be fancy? Bartholomew. Because think about it, guys. One of them could have been from the poorer walk or swim in life. And I'm assuming that Bartholomew was from the baller shads. So if Bartholomew was from the baller shad, the irony would be that Bartholomew went down with, I don't know, with Chewy. And then that's the irony, guys. But a strong lesson, because no matter what status you are in life, in the end, death does not pick and choose based on the status that you have in life. Death chooses, I don't know how, willy-nilly, who knows? But no matter how much money you have, you cannot outrun death. Unless maybe you're a Highlander. But anyways. That's a strong story right there, guys. We didn't even sign up for our minds being rocked today. It's Sunday, dog. It should be chill fishing, everybody relaxing, all cool. just throwing some lines around the school. And that's not what happened. We ruined nature for bromance. It already happened. Nothing we could do. We probably got in trouble at least once. So that's the second thing. And now we have been reminded of our own mortality. This show is deep. We should stop it right now. Hey, did you try and bite me and let me go, dog? Oh, no, I am not trying to say that there, Steve. What I'm saying is, in the melee, in the ruckus of the entire, because the ball of bait is huge. So, of course, there's more than likely, there's a poor side of the street, of the town, of the school, and then a more affluent section of the school. And as such, I believe the more affluent one is inside of the bait ball, and the poorer sides are outside the bait ball because those are the guys who will probably get eaten first. But either way, when the chaos of being eaten happened, essentially the fog of war, well, you're going to have mixing of rich and poor at that point in time. It's just natural. And then that's when you see that no matter what section of the bait ball you were in, death is not choosy. It takes what it can get. If it were humans, then at that point in time, you would see the humanity. It would be a lesson taught in, okay, this rich person is learning that they need to be nicer to the poor people, and the poor people are getting a different perspective of rich people. They're seeing them as more human because we're all together trying to survive. And thus begins some movie, not on Lifetime, because Lifetime has dumber lessons to teach, like all you got to do is be a girl that leaves a small town, go get a high-paying job of some sort, I don't know what, some kind of finance job, and then the poor farmer dude will stay at home, and then you'll somehow come back to your small town and be all like, oh my God, he's sweating out there working in the field, or helping with this tire, or my engine broke down or something in my Mercedes, though I don't know how the poor farmer would know how to work on a Mercedes because that's a foreign vehicle. But anyways, that was weird. So then you come back, you see him sweating, and then all of a sudden you find masculinity and sweat pheromones. You find that attractive instead of money and well-offness. So that's the lesson of every single Lifetime movie, guys. Just FYI, in a nutshell. That's a great question right there, Steve. What kind of a school is it? Well, so I don't know. You'd figure that the very affluent shad could afford private school, but so what I think it is all the schools are together in the same region. Not that they go to the same school, but this is like a floating city of shad. We refer to it as a school, but it's just a floating city. They're cruising around, doing their thing. Creel, I don't love chick flicks, bro. But somebody else might. And Creel's trying to get me in trouble. Number 2 right here. He's trying to set me up. And I'll fall for it, hook, line, and sinker. Because I do not like chick flicks, bro. Now, I may, and this is where I'm going to get in trouble. I already see it. But the train is down the track, and it has no way to stop. We've lost our brakes, and we're just going. We're going, boys. Choo choo, because you got choices here, guys. You can either attempt to slow down, and you may or may not survive, or you can take matters into your own hands and speed up. So this is essentially a train that has a bridge that's broken in front. So we either choose to slow down and slowly dive into the water, or we choose to say, you know what, we're hitting the gas or the coal, because more than likely I'm running on coal. We're gonna hit the gas, and we're gonna go and try and fly to the other side of the railroad tracks. But here we go. Creel, I don't like chick flicks. Now, I might like the chicks in the flicks, but I do not. That does not mean that I like chick flicks. Just FYI. And that, chalk it up for number 2 of me getting in trouble. Thanks a lot, Creel. That is correct. That is correct, Steve. It's like a school district floating around. They're all kind of near each other, but different types of schools. Amanda went fishing yesterday? How'd you do? Yellow perch and brim. Yo, if you got any good-looking yellow perch or brim that you want to send to the Rodcast, we'll put some shine on them. All you got to do is send them to latinbassassin@gmail.com, and we'll put some shine on those yellow perch or brim. Oh, Creel is right. I could be like the back, or at least in my mind, I could think, all right, bros, if we go fast enough on this train, on this trouble train, we might be able to go back in time to a point in which we weren't in trouble and be able to get hung up in something and then free. Oh, I agree with you, bromance. It's hit the coal. All right, guys, we got to hit the coal. So, yeah, dudes, if we go fast enough, we could go back in time and hope for the best. Or we can go into the future and not have to deal with the consequences of what was said and just be all like, we're in the future, we're still alive, so we're good. Yo, what's up, Rons? Oh, yeah, dog. I got hit by storms. In fact, I forgot to tell you guys. So I was somewhere over there, about to fish. The stream cut off. I don't know. Maybe Elon doesn't like clouds. Who knows? But I was over there, and I was cruising, side imaging some stuff, and I was like, oh, I think I'll just cruise back around, and then I'll set up. I'll start the Rodcast again, blah, 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 all this other stuff, right? And then as soon as I thought that, around this area over here, a lightning bolt just cracked, bro. It was like, and I was like, yep, we are not starting up the Rodcast. In fact, I took the lightning rod that I have in the middle of the boat, I took it down, and I said, we're out of here. And GM, I believe, was somewhere near the causeway fishing, and he saw it a lot closer than I saw it. And he said that it made the hairs stand up. Now, I don't know if that was from how close it was, and it was all like, oh man, you know, like a natural sixth sense, or if it was from the actual lightning building up around him. But that thing was like right there, and it was over at that point in time. I was like, I'm out of here. Forget all this mess. It was crazy. Travis, we've only caught maybe 2 or 3. I don't know how long we've been out here. Long enough to ruin nature and other things. Long enough to get in trouble twice, or to assume that we are in trouble twice. The moderator has not shown up. So either the moderator is lurking in silence to see how much I will say, or she is asleep. So if you guys could keep your messages down, because she's asleep, I would appreciate it. Good thing Snazook's not in here sending things in all caps. Hey, what's up, guys? Hello? Yo, Rons, I am tracking that some storms will pop up later on. That's why we're out here somewhat early, not actually early. I don't want Creel to be all like, you don't know nothing about early. Psh, you think you know early? I'm up before the sunrise, first to hit the flock. Little bad chicken pimp with a pocket full of, I don't know what he has a pocket full of, like chicken grain, but chicken feed, but that doesn't rhyme with block. Oh yeah, I did get it, bro, but I didn't address it at the time. So when he pops in, please remind me, and I will send it to, or show it, Steve. When I got off the water, bro, because I was soaked. It was, I mean, both me and GM were soaked. It was just nonstop rain for a while. And then when I got into the truck and I started able to see what was going on, I was like, oh man, Steve sent a pic and I didn't put some shine. My bad. Oh, there it is. I'm up before the sunrise, first to hit the flock. Little bad mother flocker with a chicken, with a pocket full of chicken stock? No. With a bad chicken stock. We'll go with a bad chicken stock. All right, Steve, but whatever the outcome is, that's on you, dog. Because you know, once you get them started, there's no telling which direction the homie's headed. So that is on you. Is unlimited even here, bros? Oh yeah, unlimited. Estás aquí. That's code for, hey, unlimited, are you here, bro? Oh no, bro, I'm not slow rolling a jig. I'm throwing a craw a Christy craw with just Texas rig Christy craw. I think Ron's meant 3 p.m. 3 p.m. is when the storms are going to start. I'm gonna throw a chatterbait right now, guys, and we are gonna cruise around this spot. We're gonna slow roll. Don's chatterbait. They seem to love that. Uh-oh, lost the cap. Everything on the deck is wet, bros. Do I have thump gel on that negative dog? Not right now. We have not put a single drop of thump gel on this guy. Here we go with Don's chatterbait. We will throw this guy around the, I saw you. Around a little bit around here, and then we're gonna go to another spot and we are going to try and throw a deep diving crank out there. I had hope for a crankbait right here, but I never got anything to bite. That's grass, all that, guys. That's grass. But when you rip it out the grass, that might be enough to get them to bite. All that is grass. You guys will hear me giggle like a schoolgirl when it's not grass. From excitement. Dang, bro. Ron, you got one of those brothers that frickin' hooks you up. I think I'm gonna throw a jig over here. Let me verify where I am on this hump. Oh, I am a little bit off the mark. This makes sense. As we adjusted our spot lock, put us in the wrong location. Probably somewhere right here is good. Ron's is traveling. It's a good job, Ron. Cruising around town. And by town, I mean the US. Getting out there. What up, Ray? What's happening? Let me throw that jig out there, guys. But let's get a jig out there. Dang. Corn diff didn't like 3 a.m. I don't know what 3 a.m. did to corn diff, but he did not like it. Got up at 3 a.m. and said, nope, not no more. You know, that's cool right there, Rons, because anytime I visit my brother or my brother visits me, all he gives me is problems. So that's way cool, bro. I don't know what that was about right there, corn diff. I will stay out of that statement right there. Just to make sure I don't, I mean, I'm assuming I know your sense of humor, but just to make sure I'm not making light of something, I will stay away from that. Bro, I ain't got no PB&J brush hogs. I have no brush hogs. Corn diff, I am not. I will tread lightly. I'm thinking now that Ron's is apparently brothers to Bill Gates and And what is this other fool? Warren Buffett. You brothers to these people. That's what it seems like. One last cast with this jig, and then I'm gonna go cast a crankbait over here off to my right. There's a lot of splish splash going on here. It's a great question there, Corn Diff. Do your brothers need a brother from another mother? Yo, what up, Don? Don, did you catch him last night? Yo, Don, I know that your name is not spelled this way, but I mean, I say word up, Don, but I'm sure that normal people that you meet, they say morning, Don. And then at that point in time, are you like, oh, morning, Don, that's a good color. And then it makes you think about fishing immediately. What up, Osprey? Bro, that Osprey came close enough for me to high five it. Then you immediately start thinking about fishing and you're all like, dudes, thanks a lot. I'm on land right now and now I'm talking about fishing. We caught 10. Biggest thing was 5 pounds. All right, I'm a little confused here. Biggest thing? Are you talking about like the thing could have been like a 5-pound baby? Like, did you catch, I don't know, maybe who is it? Is it Moses? That was a baby floating down in the river? Then Creel's gonna be all like, okay, but who were Moses' parents? And I'll be like, bro, I don't know. Biggest fish, and when you say biggest fish, I'm assuming bass, right? Beaver cut wood. All right, I'm gonna throw this crankbait out there. I doubt this thing is gonna catch anything out there. But let's cruise to where we saw that chaos, because we're gonna move from here anyway. They're probably gonna be white bass, and then I'm gonna be disappointed. you talking about Hydrofest? I was on a kayak one day during Hydrofest. If that's the boat race that you're talking about. And then I think I came back and fished here. Maybe. I don't remember what I did, dog. Yeah, I fished one day, and then I didn't fish. Well, I fished out a kayak one day, and then, I mean, dude, it's been 30 plus, I don't know, 20 something days. So that is a distant memory. A distant memory. We are in 17 feet of water. We're gonna toss this deep diving crank out there. This fool is rumored to go 20 feet deep. We're gonna find out. Cuba old school, what's happening? Oh, yes, sir. Steve, we are still working on that 6-pound BBL plus. We're trying to catch our third 6-pounder in June. So, you are correct, my dude. We are running out of days. What is today? Freaking email showing on my watch. I don't care about my email, dog. Today is the 29th. That means we got one more day left in June. All right. All right. It's understood. We are looking. We will take our search to Mordor. As Mordor is where we have confidence that there's frickin' that size of fish. But my dudes, if we do not catch it, well then, that 50 bucks rolls over to July 1st, and the first BBL we catch in July will pay out the 50. Creel, you're about to see me do something that I never do. There's a potential that I might retie my jig. Because we're heading to Mordor. And in Mordor, there are trolls. All right, that's it, guys. I've also never done this. Next fish I catch, I'm gonna slap creel with it. But that means that everybody's gotta get slapped with it because it's gonna hit the camera. Okay, creel. This dude's got jokes. He's got jokes. But before we go to Mordor, we're gonna hit up a spot over here, see if there's any fish there. That guy definitely goes down to, this is the color that I'm throwing, guys. This color is referred to as crack. That right there, boys and girls. You cast crack like this. Cast crack like this. Or cast crack like this. All right, dudes, let's see what's up. We will side image it. If we see something, then we'll stay there. If we do not see anything, then we are going to bounce. I think Unlimited went back to sleep. If he was even here. I thought he popped in for a second. He probably went to Dreamland, which Dreamland is a restaurant here, guys. Or you guys can get yourselves a barbecue sandwich. Creel's got jokes. Creel, you got jokes, huh? Just for that, Creel, I am not going to retie. The comedian's got jokes. Area looks like it might have an eelgrass problem, but then again, it might not. So you will be telling us that story in October, is that correct, Creel? Because I don't know if I can remember about that story all the way till October. All right, guys, we have a little bit of a floating eelgrass issue here. We might be able to get something down there. I'm looking to throw a crankbait down there, but I don't know if you guys can see it. That bit of eelgrass that's just kind of floating around. Ah, it's November. All right, then I'll definitely not remember it. I'll remember about the story. Dude, I feel like when I'm looking at this, I feel like I'm a old lady adjusting my glasses to see what's going on. Why an old lady? I don't know. You would ask, why not an old dude? This doesn't feel like an old dude move. This feels like an old lady move. There's a lot of eelgrass here, guys. I doubt I'll be able to run a deep diving crank here, but because I feel like an old man move would be not to even have glasses on and be all like, I can read it, when he clearly can't. That's more of an old man move. This old lady move will be like, come here, sweetheart. Let me take a look. So I got old lady power. That is a strong maybe. We're coming back around one more time. We will look. If we don't see it in a book, then we are out of here. We'll check out one more spot. And then we're out of here. I mean, I'm sure that we can pick one off here, two maybe. All right, there seem to be like 4 of them right there. All right, well, I mean, the problem is the eelgrass. Is it even worth trying? Cause girls just wanna have fun. That is what Creel is referring to. I just think there's too much floating eelgrass right here. We will attempt the good old college try, but I believe there to be too much eelgrass. We gotta get up on that trolling motor before we get up on the spot. All right, we are in 16 feet of water right here. I feel we'll try it. We will try it. We gotta hit that jackpot. There's a pile of rocks down there. All right, that went through almost without any eelgrass. Got to get on that pile of rocks. Krill, you think girl power just goes away when you become a grandma? Nah, dog. It stays with you till the day you die. All right, so if we're right here, I would say it's off to this side. I haven't felt any of the rock just yet. And that's a problem. It's not rock. Feels like dirt. That might have felt a little bit more rockish. But it definitely felt a lot more eelgrassish. A little bit of hydrilla down there too. That we pulled up from the bottom. That was not floating stuff. We are throwing a Lucky Craft Finesse deep diving crank. The heat is starting to turn on. I'm gonna throw a jig out there to find out where these rocks are. Thought I could throw this crank and figure it out. One more time. That one more time was the time that floating eelgrass got on it. Wasted cast. All right, I'm tossing that jig. Sad times. I mean, I could throw yo, what's up, Mr. Brady? Bro, it's sad that I know that. I could know girls, bro. I put a little thump gel on this. This is a 1/2 ounce jig, potentially in Mama Bream. And a watermelon red flake trailer rage crawl. Looking like that. I'm gonna find those rocks, bro. Those fish were hanging out near that rock pile. All right, guys. I gotta have a mic off moment, so enjoy over there somewhere. All right, we have returned. Freaking floating eelgrass. Really making me mad. Actually, this floating eelgrass has a little bit of a gap now. Kendall, have we caught anything yet this morning? I shall not dignify that with an answer there, Mr. Brady. Have we caught something this morning? Mr. Brady comes in. This fool must be wet asking questions like that. All right, so lined up right here, I can feel some rock. I feel the rock. "14 feet of water, guys." Here to that roof. I'm gonna switch over to that deep diver because this is the window of opportunity. There's no eelgrass coming through. I can throw that heavy shaky head that I got. Try that. Frickin' eelgrass. It's back in the lane. Got to drive hard in the lane with this eelgrass. Whoop. I know what this is. Yep. We got ourselves a little loop in our line on this one, and I never took it off. So we got to be careful right there when we cast. We'll throw like 3 times with this shaky head, and then we will move over to a different spot. Side image, see if there's anything there. If it doesn't look like it, then we're out of here. We'll go to Mordor, try and pull off a 6-pounder. If not, then we'll go a little further until the storms kick in, which are supposed to be about 3 o'clock, but I'm telling you, bros, weather changes here like, I don't know. It was just, oh yeah, there's gonna be a little bit of rain. Next thing you know, lightning bolts. And I was like, well, they were wrong about the little bit of rain, and they were wrong about no lightning. I think you need to finally try the Ned. Bro, I would rather zero than try a Ned. You know that, Kendall. This is a never Ned boat. We will be never netting till eternity.